Halloween! Hi, guys! Hi! Hi! There it is. Hi!
Live coverage of the 93rd Alton Halloween Parade. Mark Hellebrock here. Mike Montgomery here as well.
Good evening.
And we're glad that you are with us. Is that a full moon? I
Yes,
think, Mike.
yes.
And I crick my neck out the window here is the full moon. We are broadcasting from downtown Alton, the Alton Township Building. Office of Supervisor Don Huber, who is also a member of the Easton Improvement Association. They're the ones who are responsible for organizing this parade, so we thank them and salute them for putting us all together.
Some 40 volunteers are out there from the East End Association working tonight, as well as about 24 members of the Lewis and Clark Ham Radio Club, which provides all the communication, and of course, Public Works Department employees and police officers on duty tonight. Now here comes the color guard. I believe it's VFW Post 1308.
Typically it is, and I would suspect it is this time as well.
Great group of folks out there. Going to have a ceremony November 11th. You might not want to miss. And there's somebody counting cadence for the group, and they are all in step, and they're getting a lot of applause from the crowd. Early prediction of 30 to 40,000 people.
Well, if the weather holds out, that's the way it goes.
And here's Terry Booz, tonight's honorary parade marshal, and a nice new Mustang convertible.
And they're all bundled. I tell you, maybe some of his grandkids in the back seat are all bundled head to toe. Yeah. It is a cool night. The wind has died down, but it's a chilly night, so folks are bundled up. But certainly, as we can see from here, Mike, a nice crowd has gathered. A lot of folks maybe waiting till maybe nearly the last minute to come down to avoid being that cold. But again, at this part of the parade route, we don't see the parade till well after 8 o'clock here at about Albee and Broadway. So it takes a little while to make its way here. And an apparatus from the Alton Fire Department is on its way.
That's going to close out our A section. We're beginning to hear a drum beat from the Marching 100, which opens up the junior youth section of the parade.
Some homecoming court, the prom court we'll see in there.
They've interspersed those groups throughout. Marquette will be here, Alton will be here.
They have, exactly.
Southwestern.
About time to honk that horn, isn't it?
Yeah, he will. He wants to wait till he gets between two buildings down here on Broadway to make it echo. Oh, there's a firefighter tossing out candy. That's the hook and ladder.
From the Alton Fire Department, they're usually in the parade tossing candy as well. And again, and I don't know if they're just out tossing just to be tossing or if they have to. It might be a requirement. Several years ago, they made the stipulation if you have a float in the parade, you've got to have 4 folks on the wheels on each corner.
Wheel walkers are there.
Right. From a tragedy, unfortunately, in a parade in St. Louis, a lot of folks across at least our area took another look at that, and it's probably a smart thing to do. You got a lot of kids jumping out, grabbing candy, so.
And also, the wheel walkers are not allowed to wear any mask that covers their face. In fact, they're not even supposed to be in costume at all.
All about the safety.
Hear the strains of the Marching 100.
Let you listen to the award-winning, you should say, Marching 100 as they represent Alton High School and the Alton area.
Count them as they go by.
I think some years it has varied because I've asked that question. They're always 100. Well, sometimes it's a little more, sometimes it's a little less. But the name's stuck, and they look great. Perform throughout the area, competitions, and for parades.
Actually, there were 103 this time.
You did, Cap. I'm impressed.
I did, yeah.
marching 103.
What is the... Now we have another Mustang convertible coming our way. Oh, I beg your pardon. I think that's a Corvette. Yeah, sorry about that, folks. But I can't read the sign.
And behind them are the members of the ROTC from Alton High.
Carrying a pride flag for good measure, I guess, because it's Halloween.
Air Force ROTC, to be exact. And that's another group, Mike, that has grown over the years as well.
Yes.
Alton High's homecoming and prom court will be following.
It's got to be a lot of fun to be part of the homecoming court ride in a convertible in the Halloween parade.
I don't think they tell you that. It's one of the it's one of those little side benefits after you win. Guess what you get to do? You get to ride in the parade.
Two young ladies tossing candy in the back of that convertible.
And a song I suspect we'll hear quite a bit of, Michael Jackson's Thriller.
Yes.
On one of the parade floats here with the group from Alton High.
This is, I believe, the Alton High dancers. We think they'd be dancing a little bit more. Oh, there they go. Okay.
Trying to mimic some of the moves from the video.
They're all done up in glitzy costumes after the float.
I would suspect those might be some of the cheerleading group there and the dance troupe.
Yeah. Yep. Alton High dancers. They've got ghastly makeup on, white faces, and
ghostly, if you will.
Ghostly. Should be Cub Scout pack from the Salvation Army coming up.
And does that say Boo Scout Camp?
Boo Scout Camp.
Ah, very nice. A little miniature graveyard. Looks like a lot of the guys, unless my eyes are bad, Mike, their faces are all painted white.
Yeah,
you're right.
And what's a ghost's favorite breakfast?
Blueberry?
Ghost toasties with blueberry.
Ghost. Half credit.
You did.
Half credit for that one.
I'm sorry, it's all or nothing in this test.
That's right. No half credit.
Adventure guides coming up. All right, Mark, you were a scout. What's an adventure guide?
I was not a scout, so I'll make up the answer.
You're not a scout?
I was not a scout. I would say these are folks that maybe good at orienteering.
They've got a speaker going, don't they? It looks like it. They have a compass as part of their logo. And is that a pirate ship? I do believe so.
I think so.
With skeletons staggered around it.
Name that tune, Mike Montgomery.
I don't know. I'm too old. What is it?
I think it's Lady Gaga.
Oh. I missed Lady Gaga.
He's very impressed.
Yeah, really.
Our compass is our guide, the adventure guides.
There they are, and they're on a pirate ship with skeleton crew and a bunch of youngsters going around.
They're tossing out some candy.
That's right, the boombox.
And I'm impressed that these groups still have candy this far down in the parade. They've spread it. They either have enough or they've spread it out enough that they don't run out. Now a group here trying to play catch up a little bit. Lewis and Clark Pack 16 is here as well, the Cub Scouts.
Yes.
Doing a double time here.
Well, they're moving right along. A couple people riding the float behind the truck. Oh, I see a couple people in an oversized coffin. Oh, that's a canoe.
Ah.
I thought it was a coffin. Well, you can see, Anyway, and they have people there with scary masks. And a bunch of Cub Scouts clustered around. Next we have Gilson Brown School ISAT Wizard, the Illinois Standard Aptitude Test. Is that an achievement test? Yes.
Either way, he is dressed very wizardly.
He is. Neat beater. Longer than mine.
It is long. Actually, it is.
Yeah.
He's
got a glow ring.
Glow rings. A glow stick. He's got stars and moons in his black cape.
That's pretty cool cape. And it says ISAT on his cone hat.
Very nice. Southwestern Homecoming group is scheduled next, but I think this might still be
some more
maybe a scout group, possibly. I would have guessed it's a scout group. They look a little young to be high school students.
They do. And here's our Southwestern Homecoming.
There we go, yeah. Well, the sash and the crown gave it away, I think.
Right. And she had the wave.
Oh, that's Pack 3000. They're just out of order. That's Pack 3000.
I see.
Pack 3000.
Good catch.
And then they wrote in the back. Big letters. Letters I can actually read.
And here comes Bowers Towing.
How could you tell?
I heard it.
And that is one of the biggest tow trucks I've ever seen.
That's a big truck.
That is a big truck.
Look at that. It's big. Three sets of wheels in the back. Triple axle, if you will.
For all your towing needs.
I guess.
And then some.
I don't think I can afford anything that big that needs to be towed.
Like a plane. Oh.
I thought we'd see Neighborhood Watch. We're supposed to, but Neighborhood Watch may not have made it down in time. You gotta love a big truck with a big horn.
That's true.
Here we have a bunch of convicts walking beside a very large truck, a flatbed diesel. What does it say? Oh, it's Brighton.
This is Brighton BMX.
Yes.
They are here.
They show up every year, too.
And lots of dedicated folks who are into BMX racing, bicycle motocross, and
they look like they're lining up for prison, though, with those prison uniforms on. Black and white striped prison uniforms. Long trailer here on this. Actually, it's the size of a semi-tractor, but it's a flatbed. Has bicycles on it, as well as a huge mummy, an inflatable mummy.
Do you have the inflatable mummy in your yard, Mike?
No, but I have a pumpkin that appears to be puking its guts out.
There you go.
I've always liked those.
Those are nice. Well, that is the inflatable mummy with the green light inside. Actually a big wheel, big foot.
Yeah.
With some
pit bull tires.
Yeah, there you go.
Still left the mud on it for authenticity.
Might pull it right out of the field, right in the truck.
Hey, here we go. A-Town. Spooky
kiddos.
Spooky kiddos.
Yeah. So they're marching as well.
In the back of the truck.
They have a pajama party, maybe?
Could be.
So they're excited. Got some folks with wags behind them. Now the old middle school band.
Now count them real quick as they go by.
I've already lost count. Some are dressed in black, some are dressed in white, so I'm all off.
More than there's 120
at least.
Yeah. Is that the Monster Mash they're doing?
Hats off to the middle school band.
Yes.
Big numbers. We'll say more than 100. That's safe to say.
Oh, 130 or so.
At least.
Yeah. Now, here we have somebody's version of a Japanese subway at rush hour. They got a lot of people on that float. And they're all standing side by side. Let's see if we can figure out who they are. Could that be Alton Cheer? Got a big smiley face on the band that's towing them. They're shouting. Here comes the Boys and Girls Club. I bet that was Alton Cheer.
That could be.
And here's the Boys and Girls Club. A big pickup truck pulling a small trailer that's they're ghostly apparitions spun with cotton.
Woods or something there, looks like.
Well, obviously somebody down there is very excited about it.
They're very excited.
Yes. Which is your favorite cookie? These have to be Girl Scouts.
I would guess
yes,
the Girl Scouts.
It's Girl Scout Troop 71. Which is your favorite cookie? Get off my doorstep. When are your girls going to become Girl Scouts?
We're already doing it.
Are you really?
Already doing it.
Here's the Delta Regiment.
There we go.
They're a little bit out of order. They should have been in the last section. But you can hear lots of drums and several flag wavers, flag bearers. Followed by Clown on Stilts.
And they have that group has a Missouri and Illinois flag. I don't know a lot about the Delta Regiment, but
no, I don't know.
Maybe we have kids from both sides of the river in there. And there's your stilt guy.
Stilt clown just trucking along behind the drummers. Yeah, look, he's got the moves. He's got the moves.
I can walk on stilts with not those stilts. Have to hold on.
All right, take a guess. Is this St. Peter and Paul? There's the sign. It says bug cage.
It's a bug cage. Very clever.
Okay.
It could be.
They're kind of packed in there too, right?
They're very well packed in there.
I don't see bug cage on the list here. That's not an outhouse, is it? No, it
Devil's
says
Bride?
Devil's Bride. I wouldn't want to find the Devil's Bride in an outhouse.
No, I would hope not. But I don't know.
I don't know either. It might be Teen Summit.
Some folks in costume right behind them.
No, because here comes
St. Peter and Paul right here.
All right.
They have a big extended van pulling them.
Courtesy of Pepsi sign.
And a nice group. They've got, Willy Wonka, the Oompa Loompas. Very clever. There's a big Wonka bar.
Yeah. In fact, I think that's the gold ticket Wonka bar.
That might be Charlie and the golden ticket. There you go.
All right.
Again,
There's a bunch of young folks. I guess they're with St. Peter and Paul holding the American flag as they troop along behind.
Live coverage of the Alton Halloween Parade. Of course, from downtown Alton. Mark LeBrock here along with Mike Montgomery. Glad that you're along with us as well as we're moving right along here with the 93rd edition, finishing up, or at least moving through, I guess, some of the youth section, Mike. We have a radio car here.
There's another radio car. There's somebody selling glow sticks. We saw a go-kart working the street before selling bags of popcorn. Don't tell me the economy's not coming back.
There you go.
There's a hand-printed sign on a big pickup truck that we can't read because the letters are just not good. I can almost read it. It's something or other.
Young man on a small car. No, two young men on a little bitty car.
Yeah.
All right, what do we got here, Mike?
Antique autos. Here comes a 32 coupe. With obviously not the original engine. In fact, it looks like a Dodge Hemi with a blower. And it's orange. It's all orange, draped with black sparkly crepe. And you can hear that engine from here. There he goes, yeah. Get a little extra gas there.
Well, we have a little break in the action. What we'll do is pause here for a quick message. We continue coverage of the Alton Halloween Parade. We'll be back after this on C1570.
And we're back live in downtown Alton. Coverage of the 93rd Annual Halloween Parade by the East End Improvement Association. Yet again, one of the marching bands in here, John Ford Highlanders from St. Louis.
I think they have taken part in the Memorial Day Parade several times too.
They have.
And been in this parade as well.
Pretty well-known group.
Oh, look at it. Number 53, Mike.
Herbie the
It's
Love
Herbie.
Bug.
That is a very nice replica of Herbie the Love Bug.
And it just shines like could be. There's a person poking her head through the sunroof and tossing out candy.
A few more antique vehicles behind Herbie.
Let's see. About a 48. It's an after-the-war car. Two-door sedan.
I do know the next one is a Corvette.
It is.
My car knowledge is limited.
About a 75.
All right.
And look what's coming next with the jack-o'-lanterns on.
Oh my gosh, the car doesn't even end.
A 59 Edsel
Look at that
convertible.
car. Wow.
Wowee.
It's like two cars.
59 Edsel convertible. It's hard to tell under the fluorescent lights, but I think it's red.
I would say you're right. Very nice.
Isn't that something? 2.5 years of production for the Edsel.
Oh, I hear a band of
yes,
some familiar
your
sounds.
Friends.
Yeah, the folks at Gambit Experience Jazz Band, Bud Schultz and his group.
Yes. And they're just swinging right along.
That's Bud and the clarinet.
by a vehicle from Atlantis Pools. The gal riding shotgun had the Queen's wave down, you know? Just you extend your arm and just turn your wrist back and forth while holding your hand stiff. It saves wear and tear up and down. You don't want your beauty queens coming down with carpal tunnel.
That's right. Atlantis Pools, again, Mike, one of those many businesses that give a lot back to the community. They were involved in providing a tent for our Apple Fest out at St. Ambrose. They've done that with their tent for many events and organizations throughout the year, and they come out. They don't charge you for it. They just, at least as far as I know, they come out and do it as a courtesy, and it's very, very well done, and they're always a great group to work with. So a lot of businesses do stuff like that. They don't charge you for it. They just charge you minimally. I don't know if a lot of people know what these businesses do. And again, getting involved in this is not cheap. They put some money into a float and make it worthwhile there too. So now we have here
the Alton Undead Friends. You Can't Be Experienced Jazz Band opened up the family section. And these are people who just decide they're going to come down and walk in the parade.
And I don't know if they're really looking for someone behind them or they're just walking very slowly, zombie-like.
You know, maybe the undead are simply spirits and we don't see them.
That's true.
I actually know the people holding the banner that says that have their hands on their hips and they look rather frustrated.
And I think the one guy looked at his watch. So even when you're dead, you're watching the time.
I'm telling you.
If you're in a parade. Oh, I can see why. We've got some people that are zombies. They don't usually move very quickly.
You're right, but they do move like zombies.
They do move like zombies.
Is the guy holding the banner, is he in a skirt? He is.
He might be, or a kilt-ish type of event.
Yeah, but to prove you're wearing a kilt, you need that spur that is on the front. Oh, you can hear
We'll see how my family reacts to this word.
Yeah. I wonder if that's really a mohawk or whether it's a wig.
I don't know.
I think these are just a bunch of goth people. Here comes more, see? The Alton Undead.
Alton Undead, very impressed.
Yes, indeed. There's a magician. Oh, a fire eater in the back of the truck. Yes, indeed. He waves his baton of fire and then spits fire.
Do not try this at home, ladies and gentlemen.
Look.
Oh, look at that.
Look, there's another clown on stilts. And here comes somebody from the Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh, that's right.
Yes, and there must be at least 18 or so undead little urchins out there. One guy's heaving his guts up. There's his stomach attached to his esophagus. However, on a happier, brighter, more family.
Wow, so you go from that to the Charlie Brown. and not just the music, they have a float with all the characters, and I think, Mike, they're playing the soundtrack from the show.
I think they are.
Let's listen.
Let's listen. In oversized.
Well, actually, Mike, there's a projector here in the back of this truck.
Oh, they're showing it on the top of the truck as they go tooling along. There's the pumpkin heads out there.
Very, very clever.
Yes. How do you fix a broken lantern? A broken jack-o'-lantern?
I don't know how.
With a pumpkin bat. And we have a bunch of people all dressed in orange following the Charlie Brown family, which was really the Hampton family, I believe. And here comes the Johnson family and friends.
And they're playing a early 90s staple, I'm Too Sexy. And of course, they're all dressed very foolishly.
Yes. Lots and lots of cobwebs on this float behind the truck.
Check out the costume across the street. Is that a pig in a tutu?
I think it is. I hope that's a fat suit that dude's wearing.
I think it is. I would hope so. Beautiful tutu, though.
He's moving awful fast. Yeah. And here we have a Mississippi steamboat pulled by a
very nice.
truck. That's a great float, decorated with pumpkins. Little jazz music blaring from it. A paddle wheel that's ringed in light that goes round and round. And just for good measure, since it's Halloween, the undead right along afterward.
Now we're going to just take a stab here. I believe this might be the Orchard Farm Marching Band. They're scheduled to be there now. They don't have a banner to identify, but they're all in costume.
Yes, and a new entry for this year. Look like high school, make a lot of music.
Archer Farm, of course, a small town in St. Charles County along Highway 94. Not quite to St. Charles, but on the way to St. Charles if you're coming from West Alton.
Glad to have them here. There's somebody just walking along the parade with a little bitty doggy. Looks like a Jack Russell Terrier.
Little bitty doggy.
Dog's feet are moving 6 to the beat.
He's wondering, how long is this parade again?
Well, here's the Hilltop Auction truck. And if you've been to the auctions, it's the truck that the auctioneer stands in and
Yep.
gets things going. Pulling a large float. Looks like it's supposed to be a pumpkin patch again. Decorated with lots and lots of cobwebs and folks just sitting there, waving, sitting on hay bales. There's a Chinese
The
dragon.
dragon. I've not seen a dragon in the parade before.
Chinese dragon. No.
Very clever.
Here we have somebody, Kung Fu, yes, it says Kung Fu. Somebody beating a drum as well. Oh, I see, it's a kid in the back of that truck that's labeled Kung Fu. I don't see any Kung Fu on here, but that's all right.
That's all right. Sometimes it happens. They
Sometimes
just
it happens.
arrive.
The
We know
Delta
it's...
Regiment was out of place.
Yeah.
Now, here comes a real highlight. First, we have this graveyard of a pickup truck. They decorated the bed with cardboard tombstones and scary people.
That's the Crizzle family, excuse me. No, the Grizzle.
Grizzle.
The Crizzle family.
Yeah.
So we have a misprint in our list.
Now, always a
Grizzle
parade
family.
favorite, the Rolling Nobles, the Shriners on their three-wheelers, making those tight figure eights, getting up, one wheel off the ground, round and round they go. Just amazing. How many we got? There's 6 of them, making a big figure eight in front of the supervisor's office right here.
And well, here comes the 7th, unless he's just backup. Oh no, he's the daredevil in the back. He's on 2 wheels.
No, he's got 3. Oh, he's on 2 wheels now.
Yep,
Yeah,
on 2 wheels.
Yeah, he tilts it over.
He's not doing the daredevil driving. He's just throwing that back wheel up. Let's see if he does it again. There we go.
They raised his rates.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
And their support vehicle. Oh, there's even an 8th. He's back here. He's trying to play catch up.
Support golf cart, which they use to tow these things should they break down. Every now and then they do. They get a lot of part driving, you know.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Here we have a older Mustang convertible, 65.6, and I think we have royalty coming our way. I wondered if this is going to be Southwestern.
The band is scheduled to be here, so this could be part of their court. I believe it is. I'm guessing the crown and tiara and the homecoming
is.
king and queen.
It is. I can read it as it goes by. Southwestern. It's like a 65 Mustang. Wow. 65 Mustang convertible. Just beautiful. Yeah, that's the queen. And the king has the wave down too. Now the Southwestern marching band passing our point at this time.
Are just a little different. They got their drums on wheels, being pulled by some members of the band as the drummers drum. And
For good measure, they put flags on the supports for the drums. That's pretty cool.
Alton's Dare truck is coming along. Officer Schaefer, the local Dare officer. There's a lot of work in local schools with the kids.
And even single vehicles like the Dare truck have a wheel walker with them.
Got it decorated in the back as well. Orange lights, and looks like it might be some sort of mummy monster bug thing or something in the back.
Oh, we're going to get a look at it. I think it's a giant cockroach.
Drugs and crime have deadly consequences.
Oh, it's a coffin.
And there's McGruff.
The crime-fighting dog. Hey! Take a bite out of crime. That's my McGruff imitation.
That's what that was.
Yeah, right.
Parade moving right along here as we're continuing coverage of the 93rd Alton Halloween Parade here on Z1570. Mark Ellenbrock here along with Mike Montgomery.
I haven't seen quite as much candy thrown, though, these last few
Oh, I have not. That's, again...
Oh, here we go. It's a truck. We don't know whose family this is, but it has a large witch with a inflatable snow globe kind of thing. And what is it? Is it a ghost?
I think it's a spinning ghost inside
Oh, it's a
there.
cat. I think it's a spinning cat.
The Inferno
the
Soccer,
You're
here's
right.
the Inferno Soccer Club.
Well, that's a good name for a Halloween group.
Very nice. Got their team logo there.
Do you think the kid on the back knows the sign's upside down?
Ah, well, it's Halloween.
It's Halloween. Oh, it's a nuclear reactor. Complete with the symbols, and it's got to be, what, 12 feet high?
Oh, at least.
Everybody's in yellow. And they've got some music with them.
Scheduled in here is the Abundant Life Wonderful Church, and I think this is the Beltline Christian Center that might be moving this way next.
Is that supposed to be God the Father, all in white with the big white beard?
Could be he's in the front, and folks behind him are his followers. I'm guessing that's what
They're
that
tossing
depicts.
candy. Yep, that's right. It's the Beltline.
Well, they didn't run out of candy. They're still tossing.
A couple segues in the parade.
Have you ever done that?
Yes. Yes.
Is it easy?
Yeah, it's not bad. Yeah.
Watch
Two people on Segways from the Science Center over in St. Louis. You can take a Segway tour, do a little training. They put you on a Segway down at the Great Rivers Museum.
Right.
Oh,
We got one,
here?
two, three. We got a whole gang of segways. 1, 2.
Oh, there's somebody being a smart aleck and squatting down on. You're not supposed to do
Looks
that.
like there's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, maybe.
They're a lot of fun. They really are. And they have a van that's painted Vanosaurus, as well as a small float behind.
Alton Daycare and Learning pulling a birthday cake. Popcorn. Someone dressed as a box of popcorn.
That's pretty good. And there's a baby stroller, all kind of balloons.
Very nice.
Yeah. And there's a baby being pulled, two of them being pulled in wagons.
Another group of soccer players, the Alton United Football Club. Football, and they're making their way. Several teams, I'm guessing, here in the back of this float. Some dressed up in their
Sydney 5, okay.
team jerseys and sweatshirts. And there's the, is that the King from Burger King there?
It is.
That float?
It is.
Very nice.
Oh, I wish I were down there. If I was going to punch that guy in the face. Those commercials, I don't care for it. And here's yet another float from the Alton Football Club. This one with a decorated scoring cage.
A goal.
A goal, that's what they call it.
Okay.
Scoring cage.
Scoring cage. That might be Ultimate Fighting. The scoring cage. And I'm going to guess, I'm not sure if this is the, from Godfrey Park, Greg.
So,
but they've had the
yes, it is.
Dragon Train. Is that what this is? Is it dragons this year?
Looks like dragons, you're right. And I guess that's Viking, perhaps. Dragons,
Maybe.
Viking. He's got chainmail on. That's got to be heavy for a 2-mile walk.
Maybe a little bit. That's just 1.8.
Yeah.
He'll be all
We can
right.
round it up. Nice orange tractor pulling, I guess, some knights.
This is, Village of Godfrey.
Oh, okay.
Scheduled right in here. I can look at my list instead of guessing. And these are some local scouts on there and some Boy Scouts too.
Where's the mayor?
I don't know.
You know, the Godfrey mayor's 2 up on the Alton man.
He might.
Won the chili contest recently, and before that he won the corn cook-off out there.
Alton YWCA.
The Haunted. Oh, it asks, is the YWCA haunted? Is it, Mark?
I've heard it might be.
I suspect we're about to hear the German Waterloo German band.
And look at the lights, pumpkins, white and orange lights, some glowing, some flashing. Very nice. Look,
Being pulled by an old town car. Yeah. Yeah, they got their speaker going. Yep. Yep.
just finished a song.
Old boy on guitar, old gal on an accordion.
Looks like there are a few more players.
On the other side, yeah. There's a bunch of kids bopping along.
All the Renegades.
The Tykes
are in there, making their way to the nice football club here locally. And the Bluff City Sox Athletic Club. Had a chance to talk to those folks a few weeks back. They're expanding beyond softball and baseball.
Really?
As they're growing in popularity.
Where do they usually play their games?
They have been using the Godfrey ballparks. And they're going to expand some other sports here in the wintertime.
Good.
Bluff City Sox Athletic Club. We have a break in the action, so we'll pause here for a few messages and continue coverage of the Alton Halloween Parade on WBGZ Alton after this.
Happy Halloween! Happy Halloween! How you up there?
Welcome back to live coverage of the Alton Halloween Parade, the 93rd edition, 2009 edition. Mark and Mike with you here just after 9 o'clock as the parade, what was it, about 8:15, 8:20, Mike, that it got down to our location, I think?
So.
Right around in there.
And we just had a bunch of citizens pop by, some alive, some dead, some zombie-like. There was a wizard, there was obviously some skeletors, and here is a big truck with, of course, a big horn. It looks like we have some disciples of King Tut leading the group. They have Egyptian headdresses on. And this is the Mardi Gras crew.
The Mardi Crawlers.
The Mardi Crawlers. King Tut, restoration of the deities. And it is one big float with Egyptian columns and pyramids on it.
And I tell you what, I'm going to guess there might be 50 people on that float, at least.
Yep, a lot of kids, a lot of
and adults.
Yep. Well, that was impressive.
Folks at Hodge Service, sounding the horn.
Got a flatbed tow truck, threw some hay bales on it, and invited some folks down. They're still throwing candy, too. another radio car.
Ham radio folks, and then we have another marching band. It's the Oilers, East Alton River High School marching band. Quiet right now.
They're going to pick it up any second now. They know they're on the radio. No, maybe not.
Well, they had their chance.
Yeah.
They had their chance.
I think they're starting. Here we go.
Oh,
and there they go.
Of course.
Yeah. I don't recognize that, but we've only heard Thriller twice tonight so far.
We're in the business section now. This is the commercial section, excuse me. In our final section, CVS Pharmacy going by now.
Red truck pulling a small float, all decorated, upright strung with purple lights. And some creepy characters in the back.
And the sign says, "Did you get your flu shot?"
I did. I got mine at CVS.
I don't know about holding a giant electric needle is going to entice kids to get out there, but now we have some Alice in Wonderland characters following
there's
them.
Tweedledee and Tweedledum. Oh, I knew some people were going to do this. Yes. there's the Queen of Hearts, the Mad Hatter.
That could be the folks at Bullhaven.
Yes, it is.
I think it is.
Yeah, Riverboat Lanes.
Yep.
I'm late. And there's
a giant bowling. That is,
yeah.
Again, giving it away, the giant bowling pin.
Yes. Followed by more people in card costumes.
Very nice theme there.
Sandwich boards, if you will.
This is orthopedic and sports medicine.
I think we have a mad scientist. This is a two-story float. They have somebody on the top deck just rocking out to the music. Oh, it's a factory that produces bony bread. I like the rabbit with the fangs.
That's what I said, bony bread,
bony
yes.
bread, yes. One of the wheel walkers is trying to get people out there to clap.
Now they have a fake fireplace in the middle, or at the beginning of it, and the two-level castle sort of, or maybe it's the dungeon, where the mad scientist is down below.
We have chefs in bloody aprons. There's a kid on his inline skates. Yeah, that's a big buzzsaw up there. And lots of bones hanging from the ceiling on the first floor. Lots of skulls in the back.
Very impressive. They do a nice job every year. A couple of kids on bikes. Yeah, I saw those kids earlier.
Yeah.
Heading up to the beginning. Humbert Road Dentistry is next, and they're still tossing candy.
Looks like we have Dracula to thank for that, or is that the Phantom of the Opera?
It might be both, actually. You might see a Phantom. There's Phantom in the back. Dracula might be at the front.
Well, you'd expect Dracula on a dentist's foot, wouldn't you?
Sure. Teeth, blood.
There's a mound of something. Oh, I see. That's a dentist chair. And the patient is draped in it, covered in mold, it looks like.
EMT, Emergency Motorcycle Transport.
All types of bikes, it says, and they're pulling a float with a with a skeleton on a chopper. All right. That's a big one, though.
You picked them for the winner, I bet, Mike.
No, I'm not biased.
Mickey and Minnie Mouse.
Yes.
Some of the, I guess Cinderella, Snow White.
Captain Hook.
Yep.
Yeah.
And this is DJ Matt Corzine with the Genie's bottle. Oh, that could be a little Disney theme as we continue here.
Oh, yeah, there's Mad Hatter again, and Alice.
The Genie.
Alice is rocking out. He's got some stamina. What are the draping glob-like things?
I don't know. I was going to say they were Hershey Kisses, but I don't even know. There's Donald and Daisy Duck.
Yeah.
Sam the Eagle from Liberty Bank is next.
Bunch of kids in a small hay bale float back there.
Sam's dancing. I think he likes to follow the DJ. And they have a nice float there behind
a little graveyard with some lively folks in it.
We should suggest a few more vehicles. We do see, oh, here it comes.
That's strange.
We have, what is this?
Very tall person with red glowing eyes and is it a sea monster?
Well,
an alien? I bet it's an alien.
Could be. He looks zombie-like and disoriented, so people better be careful there. Oh, we have everybody's favorite truck, the RiverBender truck. See, Dan got to stand and watch this and watch everybody else in the parade walking, and they're showing a movie.
Yeah, no, I think they're showing what Dan is filming.
Technology at its finest.
Yes.
A film of the film that you're watching.
Yeah, right. Get this on DVD for later.
That's right.
Yeah, it is. What Dan sees, folks are seeing there on that
That's
screen.
right. You're watching what Dan was filming. There we go. And what we're saying.
That's right. We're on the soundtrack for this.
There we go. Godfrey Fire Department.
You know we have A-Town, right? Let's not forget G-Ville.
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 Oh, I thought it was G-Town.
No. A-Town, G-Ville.
I didn't know it was Gville. I've been using it mistakenly. Sorry. I'll go to Gville.
We're from Gville.
So what do you do with Fosterburg? I'm serious because F-Town, G-Town, A-Town?
F-Town. I guess that would be
F-Berg?
F-Berg.
Okay.
F-Berg. That would be pretty good.
Fosterburg engine, 2311.
There it is.
And there you still got some candy.
Yeah.
I'm impressed some of these folks later on still have some candy.
That firefighter made an effort to go back and give it.
He almost dumped the entire box of candy there, reaching for it.
Oh, there's the Brighton Fire Department.
Trying to play a song with that. There's Brighton. Now Brighton, their vehicles are white. You don't see many
No, you don't.
white fire trucks. Brighton Betsy Ann Fire Department.
Vesper grew around.
Alton Memorial Hospital's ambulance here. Get some attention on that siren. It sounds sick. The American Red Cross van behind them. And the Armed Forces Museum also making its way.
Yep.
They usually have several vehicles in the parade. I guess is there drawing coming up, Mike?
Drawing's going to be November 11th.
For the
Veterans Day for the Jeep. This is a 1 1/4 World War II pickup truck.
Okay.
And billboard. We salute all branches of our armed forces. Yeah, here comes a 1.5 deuce. Military truck. It's got a gunner's turret on the top, but no gun on it.
Yeah, just check out.
And again, not only in this parade, but see them quite a bit in the Memorial Day parade too. We see some horses.
Yeah, showing all sorts of events. Here's a World War II era Jeep, 50 caliber machine gun mounted on it, and another World War II or later Jeep. And here are horses. The gourd lady is out there somewhere.
I know. She called and said she'd be here. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7
There's a
horses.
straggler back there. One poor horse has to carry 2 people.
Yeah, they look like they're younger girls, so still.
And that is going to wrap it up because here's our final police car. And you know why horses are always last in a parade, right? Right.
Yes.
Yes.
Take it down. Thanks for listening in as always. And we appreciate all of our sponsors making it possible. Brian, thank you back to the studios. Thanks to Don Huber for use of his office as always, and Dan from RiverBender.com for filling us in. And check it out there online and go back and revisit.